So, with Kingdom Hearts 3 ReMind, the DLC out and about, and I've played it a ton of times, I'm going to play it over again. But considering that, has this DLC made Kingdom Hearts 3 my favorite Kingdom Hearts game? You'll find out at the end of the video. So with Kingdom Hearts 3 ReMind, it's actually one of my more favorite DLCs in recent years. I can't stop playing it, and I've been playing it on and off stream for you guys, gameplay wise, all that good jazz. And I've been playing so much that I've kind of forgotten that I want and I have to kind of do a review on it. And I want to get my pure hype, unedited thoughts on the game before I put out my actual review. With the review, it's going to be a bit more structured, concise, and that's coming later. But with this one, I'm gonna gush on my favorite things I don't like about Kingdom Hearts 3 ReMind, but honestly, this DLC, it just slaps. I really liked Kingdom Hearts 3 a lot. I love the game. And, you know, despite what people are saying about the game, blah, 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 when it comes to my take, I loved it. And this enhances a game that I was already deep diving in. But what is it that I like about Kingdom Hearts 3 ReMind? I mean, playable Roxas, but it's a lot more than that. What's up, guys? It's HMK once again with another Kingdom Hearts 3 ReMind video. I meant to put this out a long time ago, but, you know, other games and ReMind itself, I'm still playing it, I'm still loving it, and I'm about to do another playthrough right now once this video is done so I can get the review fully down-packed. And when I get that out, it's gonna be the full review, the full end-all be-all review of Kingdom Hearts, considering Kingdom Hearts 3, Kingdom Hearts 3 ReMind, Critical Mode, and of course the free updates that came along with ReMind, including the Oathkeeper and Oblivion Keyblades, and those awesome new abilities. With that being said, for the safety of hype, I'm gonna ask you to strap on in, and let's dive directly into the darkness. So these are raw thoughts. I'm just gonna gush. Like Kingdom Hearts 3 ReMind, we've been waiting for this DLC for like about a year. It came out around a year, and some change when you consider the Xbox version of this DLC. But honestly, I had a lot of scary things and doubts, you know, about can Osaka makes a good boss? Are they gonna fix certain things? Playable Roxas? How long I'm gonna be able to play the other playable characters? And I gotta say right now, guys, man, I am not disappointed at the very least. There's actually only one detriment to this DLC, which I'll talk about later, but they literally answered all my prayers. They answered all my wants. They gave me everything I wanted when it came to a Kingdom Hearts 3 DLC, and it answered a lot of prayers for the people who were wanting certain things about the game, even with the free DLC coming in with the paid one. But first and foremost, I had to talk about the elephant in the room, the playable characters, the extra playable characters. Because of course, off the bat, in the base game of Kingdom Hearts 3, we could play as Sora, Riku, and Aqua. And Aqua and Riku are very short elements within the game that don't detract and overstay their welcome when it comes to Sora's game. But in Kingdom Hearts 3 ReMind, they add Roxas! My boy Roxas, my favorite Kingdom Hearts character of all time, and his gameplay is so good. And then they went a step further because a lot of people really wanted that redemption arc. They wanted that playable Hikari, and we got playable Hikari, and we're gonna talk about her in a little bit. But when it comes to the playable characters within Kingdom Hearts 3 ReMind, we already have it firmly established that this is Sora's game. This is Sora's journey, Sora's adventure. But when we play these other characters, they offer a little bit more than what they did when you could play them in the base game, such as Riku and Aqua, including limits, and they gave Riku a shot lock. And honestly, it's cool that we're able to play as them again, but the big heavy hitters that we all know is definitely Roxas and Hikari this time around. In terms of Roxas, you get to play as him multiple times throughout that little segment where you take control of him. So his playable segment is actually a bit bigger than the other characters. And when you play as Roxas, he has so much energy to him, and the fact that he has a gap closer, which is another thing that Hikari has, which is a cool mechanic that I really like in this game. Because, you know, when you gap close with Sora, you have to use air step, you have to use flow motion. That's how you close the gap between these characters. But when it comes to Roxas and Hikari, it's in their moveset, and it feels so satisfying when you get that nice crunchy zoom in, especially with Roxas. The camera's just zooming all over the place. Roxas' gameplay feels tight, and his situation command could be Waters Up because he has Water Gun, and that's kind of weird that they gave him that, but hey, I'm not complaining. But then we also have Dual Shot, which is so explosive and good, and oh my god, it's so great. I love it. And the fact that we're able to fight Xemnas as Roxas is something that I've been wanting for a long time, and I've been satisfied, and the prophecy is real, so I'm gonna have to give away some copies of Kingdom Hearts 3, and that's coming very soon. But fighting as Roxas was too good. But now we have to talk about Kairi. Playing as Kairi, can we talk about how metal Kairi's boss fight was against Replica Xehanort? That boss fight was so crazy. The meteors, the fact that Kairi has a gap closer, Kairi's shot lock was so good. Her situation commands, her limits, it was so good. And that Replica Xehanort, man, that kind of has me a little bit twisted, because I would have liked that to be the final boss fight for Kingdom Hearts 3 base. But it's cool that Kairi gets her own boss fight, and it's nice original. He's fighting with 13 kills, and the meteor section, dude, that meteor segment was just too killer. I'm like, yo, you doing all this? Can we talk about that? You doing all this for Kairi? I like Xehanort. Like you really don't like Kairi. I like, that's the internet. That's the internet personified for a bit. But man, those such a good boss fight. And then another thing I want to talk about is the future when considering these playable characters, Roxas and Kairi. Their data in that game, especially Kairi's, the fact that she can freefall like Sora, man, like those next Kingdom Hearts games, you know, it looks like you can really get something going with that data playing as Roxas and Kairi again in a future game. Come on, Square, come on, Disney, come on, more. You know we want it. That overall boss fight was great, and you know, the overall segment of the ReMind scenario was really good. It opened up a lot of, you know, stories and elements that we didn't see behind the scenes when the Keyblade Graveyard segment was happening in the base of Kingdom Hearts 3, and it gave characters more insight, information, and, you know, purpose and meaning. Like that Roxas segment, that Terra Xehanort segment with Naminé, come on. And the fact that they made Scala Ad Kylum a world, and there's so many little things you can go and discover within the world that makes you really wonder what happened to Daybreak Town going into Scala Ad Kylum, and all these ins and outs. And I will love it to be a world in the future, because I mean, come on, we went to the world that never was multiple times, so that was a really nice treat. And the fact that the battle music was the Scala Ad Kylum theme, yeah, I'm just bopping right now, I'm vibing. So Scala Ad Kylum added as a world was very, very appreciated. But here's the one detriment to this, and that has to deal with the whole ReMind scenario as a whole. ReMind scenario was really good. I liked it. I enjoyed it. Then we got the other playable characters. We got more story. We got more insight in and out leading into the next part of Kingdom Hearts 3 ReMind, the DLC, the Limit Cut episode, which is actually its own episode, which was cool. Is the fact that you can't really go back to Scala Ad Kylum or the ReMind scenario once you beat it. You can go back to the Limit Cut episode and the Secret episode because they're like their own separate things, but you can't really go back and play ReMind over. I hope they please patch this. In my 100% file is not 100% right now because Scala Ad Kylum is a DLC world and I did not get all the chests in my 100% file. Please fix it. I'm a complete, like, come on. I had my file 100% Square. Patch it in. Let me go back to Scala and play those boss fights again and get all the chests, please. It doesn't matter if they had nothing to report. I'm just trying to complete the journal, boys. So the whole ReMind scenario, in my opinion, was a really big treat, and it ending off and leading into what we see going into the Limit Cut episode, which is episode Riku in the theater or whatever. 1 year has passed. Holy yikes, we have consequences. You know, like Kingdom Hearts 3 had its consequences. Kairi got smoked. Now Kingdom Hearts 3 ReMind, when it comes to Sora, we already knew Sora disappeared and he saved Kairi by the end of base. Now we know we have more consequences. A year has passed. Sora has been smoked for a year. Kairi's been asleep for a year. Riku, the gang, Twilight Town, Wayfinder Trio, Mickey, Donald, and Goofy, they're all doing their own things. Final Fantasy crew, the Radiant Garden Restoration Committee, all looking for Sora. It's all going down. Like, we all thought we were gonna have peaceful times. We all thought, you know, they'd be able to, you know, go back home to Destiny Islands, maybe protect the worlds, go on all this other stuff. But Sora is the missing piece of the puzzle, which is making everything fall apart. And he's been gone for a year, which makes you feel. But then going into the Limit Cut episode, yo, those organization data battles, if you play Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix, the Kevin remembers, the Garden of Assemblage, those data battles were so good. And now we got more data battles in terms of the new Organization 13, and I gotta say, those are some of my favorite boss fights, like, ever. Young Xehanort, Xion, Master Xehanort was just bonkers. And I know a lot of people complain about the HP shredding and the unblockable attacks. It's like, yo, these bosses are super bosses. They're meant to be hard. And, you know, a lot of people complained that Kingdom Hearts 3 was too easy, and that even Critical Mode was too easy. But now, look at these boss fights. Yeah, pop them more. Give it to me, Dad. Osaka, so proud of you. These boss fights were so stellar. They're so varied, and they force you to think in the game a certain way and to tackle these boss fights in ways that you may have known in Kingdom Hearts 2, but in new ways that you have to take advantage of all the things that Kingdom Hearts 3 offers you. Like that Xemnas boss fight. That Xemnas boss fight, I think, has to be my favorite boss fight out of the organization, the new Organization 13. That Xemnas boss fight was too A1 steak sauce. Give me that's how you build a boss. When it comes to boss fights I don't like from Organization 13, you know, from the Limit Cup episode back in the day, I did not like Demyx's boss fight. Right? I didn't like that. This time around, I know a lot of people say that, oh, it's one of the best ones designed. Oh, you're just complaining because it's designed. You know, like, I don't care. I'm not saying it's a bad designed boss. Dark Riku, no. No, Dark Riku is definitely number 13, bottom of the barrel. No, I'm not. No, I don't like. Dark Riku is my Demyx of this game. But yo, those boss fights, they're so good. And the things that they offer you are pretty cool. Like the breakthrough and that belt that Master Xehanort gives you. It's like, oh, what do you need those for? It's like, you might want to do pro codes later. Those things will help. And then when you beat the Limit Cut episode, oh, there's more to this DLC. Oh, like, honestly, my Critical Mode file, my 100% file had, like, I think 60 hours in it. And then by the time I got to the secret episode, it was like I put another 30 hours into the game. Like, that's wild. And I didn't even get to the secret episode. And in the secret episode, Yozora, the night sky, the one true sky, the final world, Shibuya. Can I tell you how amazing and how perfect that meeting between Sora and Yozora in the final world was? It just made me feel all ranges of emotion, and the fact of the matter is that we think that Kingdom Hearts was going a certain direction at the end of the base game. Well, of course, we had that Yozora secret movie, which like threw us for a loop, and then the Yozora boss fight and what comes after that throws us for more of a loop, because like, oh, what's next? Oh, we have the chessboard with young Xehanort and young Ericus. I heard about this new game. Yo, let's get it. Xigbar, he's coming back with all the foretells, the Master Masters, all of them, 7 versus 1 Sora, and I'm like, okay, maybe that's the direction that we're going to. And then you get the Yozora secret movie from the base game, and then you get the secret episode, and then you're like, an oath to return. But where are we returning to? Where are we going? Where is Kingdom Hearts going? And the fact that we have arrows pointing in all directions is just, it's great. Kingdom Hearts just blossomed into something that can go anywhere. But yeah, Yozora, Dylan Sprouse, my lord, Zach, you slay, you kill it. My goodness, Yozora, I loved it. I cannot wait to see more of you. And the way that Yozora and Sora interacted with each other, and you can see the difference in contrast and emotion between these two characters, especially when you consider Yozora, you know, off of like a Noctis off a base, you know, like the true night sky. Then you have something truly special going on between these two characters. And I really hope we see these two specific characters dance for a very long time. And I really want to know how Yozora plays into the entire scope of Kingdom Hearts. And yo, can we talk about Luxord? Violet, Luxord, Luxord, whatever. The best friend you never knew. Like, I made the theories, and I told y'all, Luxord was going to be the most important character and the most important ally in Kingdom Hearts that you've never known. And there. And the fact that this ties up the Xehanort saga very nicely, so nicely, that literally the ending of the Xehanort saga, and you know, it's fair enough because this is DLC that's supposed to be post-game. And Xehanort still played a role, but Xehanort was done in the base game, right? And that tied up the Xehanort saga as the Dark Secret saga. The main enemy that we've been fighting in Kingdom Hearts has ended. That was the point of the ending of the Xehanort saga at the end of Kingdom Hearts 3. That's it. He's done. And within ReMind, since it's post-game or whatever, Xehanort is there, but the ending of the Xehanort saga was tied up so nicely that it's such an afterthought by the end of ReMind that you're thinking about what's new, what's coming, what's the next saga, what's the next saga gonna focus on? Verum Rex saga, Foreteller saga, what is it gonna be? Dream saga, you know, Sora Recovery saga. What is this? Everything that has been in Kingdom Hearts has been rectified so much. You know, maybe if you want to talk about the secret reports, there's some loose ends there, especially in the whole 1 year gap. But when it comes to the main enemy and the association with the characters Xehanort and the heroes Sora, all that good jazz, it's, you know, nice with a bow. And then we get ReMind that blows up in a way that where are these characters are gonna go next? You know, because it just proves and shows that Xehanort, as important as he was, Xehanort literally was the catalyst to all the events. However, he is not so important to the fact to these characters that they need him in order to continue for them to tell more stories. And that whole thing is just like, it's blowing my mind. No more, you madman, you can keep going. Xehanort is no longer needed. And the fact that you can create a character like that and characters like that that were so closely associated with him just shows I'm like, all right, let's go. I'm ready for the next saga. These characters, they can evolve past what they've been known as when you put them adjacent to the villain, to the antagonist, to the foil. Marluxia and Larxene, Elrena and Lorium from the times of Unicross. Luxord was from the Verum Rex universe, wherever it is, Yuzora. Demyx is still a mystery, but whatever. Ventus, Terra, and Aqua are doing their own thing trying to help Sora. The Twilight Town gang are doing their own thing to try to help Sora. Aiza has been reformed, all that good jazz. Sora is lost. Riku is leading the charge. You can feel that tangible essence of these characters going other places. And that's the one thing that I was going to be really scared about when it comes to the DLC and the end of Kingdom Hearts 3. It's just like, okay, you know, story's over. Yay, guys, we did it. We did it. And then like, okay, what's next with these characters? We don't know because we don't see what's happening next with these characters. Now we know. So we know their stories are going to continue in very big, more likely substantial ways. And honestly, I think that's my favorite part about ReMind when you look at it from the bigger picture. And then let's talk about those pro codes and easy codes. You want to make Kingdom Hearts 3 so hard? You were complaining about how easy it was? There! Now you can get super pumping hard. And I'm in the middle of a pro code run and I'm like, oh man, this is the spicy sauce. This is the jalapeno. This is the habanero. This is the ghost pepper. This is the Trinidad Scorpion. This is the Carolina Reaper. This is it. This is what I wanted for Kingdom Hearts 3. Thank you. Thank you. And for those easy codes, you know, if you guys want to get those merits and stuff, they're fun. They're a cool way to play Kingdom Hearts 3 in a way that you couldn't before, and it increases the longevity of the game. And of course, when it comes to those trophies, yeah, I'm one trophy away. Can you guys guess what it is? You guys probably know. It's just, you know, I'm one trophy away. Just one. And now let's talk about the free stuff. When it comes to Kingdom Hearts 3 ReMind, I consider the free stuff as part of the package deal because I mean, like, last charge, as my boy Dean would say, yo, flash step, aerial sweep. Those were sorely needed. Like, Sora's combat, I felt was good already, but those just make it impeccable. Sora needed mid combo modifiers, and just now, like, those things make me want to play the game over again, and which I'm gonna do. And I'm like, it's just a whole new world. It just like makes you enjoy the game even more. And in Oathkeeper Oblivion double form, my favorite I have Oblivion, Oathkeeper, and Ultimate Weapon equipped. Sure, people do other crazy things or other things, but I'm just like I'm an OG guy. Like that's me. But I will tinker more, because I mean, like, Kingdom Hearts 3 offers a lot of stuff when it comes to the, you know, the situation commands, the form changes, the magic, and how Jray, you guys already know. So all things considered, you know, with all those people, you know, detracting away from the DLC, from the base game as a whole, and all that good jazz, all things considered, this is my take. This is why I gotta say, Kingdom Hearts 3 ReMind as a DLC has been one of my more favorite DLCs as of late. When you combine this, all the free updates and everything, when it comes to Kingdom Hearts 3 ReMind as a whole package, is this my favorite Kingdom Hearts game? You know it is. And you know what? People are like, oh, Disney shill, Square Enix shill, oh, Osaka shill. I'm like, you know, I don't care. That's my bottom line. You know, I loved Kingdom Hearts 3 base. ReMind, it's over. It's over. You know, Kingdom Hearts 3 ReMind, full package, #1 for me. That's the bottom line. Is it my favorite game? Yes. And I ain't gonna apologize for it. But that was me gushing. A full, concise review on why this is my favorite game and everything I like about it is gonna be coming very soon. But that's all the time I've got. For now, I gotta go play some more Kingdom Hearts 3 ReMind DLC. And I can't wait to stream this for you guys again. And I wanna know what you guys think about this DLC, or what I have to say about this DLC in the comment section below. And be sure to share up the video to keep the conversation going. Be sure to like and subscribe as I post Kingdom Hearts content every week. If you want to find out how you can support HMK for just $1 a month, please check out my Patreon page. And if you want to check out me playing this game live on stream, I stream every week over on Twitch. Alright guys, until the next Kingdom Hearts 3 ReMind video, and until the review, this has been HMK, and I'll check you guys later.
So you haven't subscribed to HMK yet? Don't piss Xemnas off.